Russian warship Go F Yourself. February 24, 2022. The world watched in disbelief as Russian forces launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. In the face of overwhelming military might, few expected the Ukrainians to hold out for long. Yet from the very first moments of the conflict, something extraordinary happened. Ordinary Ukrainians chose defiance. This spirit of resistance, this refusal to bow to tyranny, was embodied in a now iconic act of defiance. On a small rocky outcrop in the Black Sea, 13 Ukrainian border guards on Snake Island faced down the imposing might of the Russian Navy. The Russian flagship, vastly outgunning the tiny island outpost, issued a chilling ultimatum: surrender or face annihilation. The world held its breath, expecting the inevitable. What followed was not surrender, but an act of defiance that would echo around the globe. "Russian warship," came the now legendary reply, crackling over the radio waves. "Go F yourself." These words, spoken in the face of overwhelming odds, instantly became a rallying cry for Ukraine and its supporters worldwide. The 13 border guards, initially presumed dead, had chosen death over surrender, their courage a beacon of hope in the darkest of hours. This act of defiance, this refusal to yield, captured the spirit of a nation. It spoke volumes about the Ukrainian people, their history, and their unwavering belief in their right to exist as a free and independent nation. The world took notice. This was not merely a regional conflict, but a struggle for freedom against tyranny. To understand the defiance of the Ukrainian people, one must look back at their history. Ukraine, often described as the breadbasket of Europe, sits at a geopolitical crossroads. It has long been coveted by empires, its fertile lands and strategic location making it a prize sought by many. From the Mongol hordes to the Tsars of Russia, Ukraine has endured centuries of foreign domination. Through it all, the Ukrainian spirit remained unbroken. The Cossack warriors, fiercely independent and known for their equestrian skills, fought valiantly against oppression. From the steppes to the forests, resistance flickered, kept alive by the dream of a free and independent Ukraine. The longing for self-determination, for the right to chart their own destiny, runs deep in the Ukrainian soul. The 20th century brought new horrors. The Holodomor, a man-made famine engineered by Stalin's regime, decimated the Ukrainian population. Millions perished, victims of a deliberate policy of starvation designed to break the back of the Ukrainian nation. Yet, even in the face of such unimaginable suffering, the spirit of Ukraine endured. The echoes of this history resonate in the present conflict. The Ukrainians are a people who have stared down darkness before, who have known the bitter taste of oppression, and have emerged stronger for it. The Russian warship incident is not an isolated event, but a testament to this long and storied struggle for freedom. The 2014 annexation of Crimea by Russia marked a turning point. It was a stark reminder of Russia's imperial ambitions and its willingness to use force to achieve its goals. For Ukraine, it was a call to action. A new generation, raised in the shadow of the Soviet collapse, rose to meet the challenge. They understood that their freedom, hard-won and precious, was once again under threat. This new generation, tech-savvy and globally connected, used social media to rally international support and counter Russian propaganda. They volunteered for the military, taking up arms to defend their homeland. They organized humanitarian aid, providing food, shelter and medical supplies to those displaced by the conflict. Ordinary citizens, from teachers to IT professionals, became citizen soldiers. Their courage and determination a testament to the unifying power of a shared threat. The Ukrainian people, forged in the crucible of conflict, have shown remarkable unity and resolve. They have set aside their differences, united in their determination to defend their homeland. The spirit of volunteerism, the willingness to sacrifice for the greater good, has been truly inspiring. This is a nation reborn, its identity forged in the fires of resistance. From the outset, the 2022 invasion seemed like a mismatch. Russia, with its vast military resources and nuclear arsenal, appeared poised for a swift and decisive victory. Ukraine, outgunned and outmanned, seemed to stand little chance. The world braced for a quick and brutal conflict. Yet the Ukrainians refused to follow the script. They understood that victory was not guaranteed, but they were determined to make the aggressor pay dearly for every inch of their land. They employed asymmetric tactics, using their knowledge of the terrain and the element of surprise to their advantage. They targeted Russian supply lines, harassed their forces, and inflicted heavy casualties. The Ukrainian people, armed with a fierce determination to defend their homeland, became a formidable fighting force. They were aided by Western weapons systems, including anti-tank and anti-aircraft missiles, which proved devastatingly effective against the invading forces. The conflict has exposed the shortcomings of the Russian military, its much-vaunted capabilities proving to be less than formidable in the face of Ukrainian resistance. The conflict in Ukraine is not just about territory, it is about principles. It is a fight between democracy and autocracy, between freedom and oppression. The Ukrainian people are on the front lines of a global struggle against authoritarianism, a struggle that has profound implications for the future of democracy worldwide. The response of the international community has been heartening. Nations across the globe have rallied to Ukraine's side, providing military aid, humanitarian assistance, and imposing crippling sanctions on Russia. This outpouring of support has been crucial in bolstering Ukraine's defenses and maintaining international pressure on the aggressor. The war in Ukraine has exposed the interconnectedness of the world. It has shown that aggression against one nation is an attack on the very fabric of the international order. The Ukrainian people, by standing up to tyranny, are defending not just their own freedom but the principles of sovereignty and self-determination that underpin the international system. In times of crisis, symbols matter. They provide hope, inspiration, and a sense of unity. The Russian Warship incident, with its simple yet powerful message of defiance, has become an enduring symbol of Ukrainian resistance. It has been printed on T-shirts, turned into memes, and even commemorated on a postage stamp. The sunflower, Ukraine's national flower, has also taken on new meaning. It has become a symbol of hope, resilience, and the promise of a brighter future. Sunflowers have been planted in gardens and window boxes around the world in solidarity with Ukraine. They serve as a visual reminder of the human cost of the conflict and the importance of standing up for what is right. This outpouring of support, from grand gestures of military aid to the simple act of planting a sunflower, has given hope to the Ukrainian people. It has shown them that they are not alone in their struggle, that the world stands with them in their fight for freedom. Section 7. The Price of Freedom, Sacrifices and Solidarity. The Ukrainian people have paid a heavy price for their defiance. Thousands of civilians have been killed, and millions more have been displaced from their homes. Cities lie in ruins, victims of indiscriminate shelling and airstrikes. The human cost of this conflict is immeasurable. Yet amidst the suffering and destruction, there is also hope. The Ukrainian people have shown remarkable resilience and compassion. They have opened their homes to strangers, volunteered their time and resources, and stood shoulder to shoulder in the face of adversity. The global community has also shown its solidarity, providing humanitarian aid, medical supplies, and financial assistance. The outpouring of support has been heartening, a testament to the shared humanity that binds us all. This spirit of solidarity, this recognition that an attack on one is an attack on all, gives hope for a better future. Section 8. Beyond the Battlefield, a Legacy of Resilience. The conflict in Ukraine is far from over. The fighting continues and the outcome remains uncertain. However, one thing is clear. The Ukrainian people have already won a moral victory. They have shown the world the true meaning of courage, resilience, and the indomitable spirit of freedom. The legacy of this conflict will be felt for generations to come. It will be a story of David versus Goliath, of a small nation standing up to a powerful aggressor. It will be a story of resilience, of a people who refuse to be broken, even in the face of unimaginable adversity. And it will be a story of hope, of the unwavering belief in the power of freedom to triumph over tyranny. Section 9. A Future Forged in Defiance, Hope for a Nation. What does the future hold for Ukraine? The answer to that question remains unwritten. However, one thing is certain. The Ukrainian people will emerge from this conflict stronger and more united than ever before. They have tasted freedom, and they will not willingly relinquish it. The reconstruction of Ukraine will be a monumental task, but it is one that the Ukrainian people are determined to undertake. They will rebuild their cities, heal their wounds, and create a brighter future for themselves and their children. The international community has a moral obligation to stand with Ukraine in its hour of need. We must provide the financial assistance, technical expertise, and unwavering support that Ukraine will need to rebuild and prosper. Section 10. Conclusion. The indomitable spirit of Ukraine. The Russian warship incident, a seemingly insignificant event in the grand scheme of things, has come to symbolize the spirit of Ukrainian resistance. It is a testament to the courage, determination, and unwavering belief in freedom that burns brightly within the Ukrainian people. The conflict in Ukraine is a tragedy, a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the human cost of war. However, it is also a story of hope, of the indomitable spirit of a people determined to chart their own destiny. The Ukrainian people have shown the world that even in the darkest of times, hope can bloom. Their struggle is our struggle, their fight is our fight, and their victory will be a victory for freedom-loving people everywhere.